Have you ever worked all day, stayed busy every minute, yet reached the end of the night, realizing nothing important was truly done? In a world addicted to distraction, deep focus is no longer normal. It is a superpower that separates the extraordinary from the forgotten. Hidden inside a great mountain, carved from stone and silence, there was an ancient diamond workshop where time moved slowly and work was sacred. Here lived Leo, a young monkey, clever and restless, always multitasking. He would polish multiple diamonds at once, his hands flying from one to the next, chatting with customers, glancing out the window, proud of his incredible speed. Nearby sat Master Elias, an old tortoise, calm and silent, with eyes that held the depth of the mountain itself. He moved with absolute precision, every motion deliberate and full of purpose. One day, as sunset painted the workshop in hues of orange and red, Leo stood back to admire his work, at 5 diamonds polished all day long. But under the light, they were all scratched, cloudy and lifeless. His hours of effort had produced nothing of value. Master Elias watched silently. He didn't speak. Instead, he beckoned Leo forward and placed a simple focusing lens on the table between them. He gestured towards the sunlight streaming into the workshop. Its light spread wide across the floor, warming everything but burning nothing. Then, he held the lens in the sun's path. The scattered light converged into a single, piercing beam. A point of pure energy so intense, it began to burn a line into a block of wood. The message was clear. Then, in total silence, Master Elias picked up a single, uncut diamond. For 3 uninterrupted hours, he polished just one face of that stone. His hands moved slowly, his breath was controlled, and time itself seemed to slow down around him. As he finished, he held it up. The diamond ignited, catching the last rays of sunlight and shattering them into 1,000 brilliant rainbows across the workshop walls. It glowed with an inner fire, clearly worth more than everything Leo had produced all week. One single act of focused creation had outshone a flurry of distracted activity. This is the difference between shallow work and deep work. Imagine your attention is like water. Shallow work is like a sprinkler, spraying a little bit of water everywhere, leaving the ground damp but never truly nourishing the roots. You switch between emails, notifications, and small tasks, feeling busy, but your energy leaks away with every interruption. Deep work, on the other hand, is like a powerful, focused river, carving canyons through stone. It's when you direct all your mental energy onto a single, important task without distraction. The science is simple but profound. The quality of your work is a product of the time you spend, multiplied by the intensity of your focus. Time alone is not enough. Every time you get distracted, whether by a notification or a wandering thought, you leave behind what neuroscientists call attention residue. It's like a piece of your mind gets stuck on the last thing you were doing. Even a quick glance at your phone can steal more than 20 minutes of your peak mental clarity as your brain struggles to get back on track. The problem isn't a lack of time, it's a lack of focused attention. Inspired by the master's lesson, Leo tried to practice deep work. He sat still, a single diamond before him. But it was harder than it looked. His body was still, but his mind was a storm, restless and craving the familiar rush of stimulation. The silence felt loud, uncomfortable. He realized distraction wasn't just a bad habit, it was an addiction, one that had rewired his brain to fear quiet and stillness. Master Elias, sensing his struggle, came to him not with words, but with his calm presence. His steady gaze communicated a simple truth. Focus is not a talent you are born with. It is a discipline, a muscle that must be trained, day after day. Leo looked out from the workshop at the forest beyond, saw it with new eyes. He saw beavers building half-finished dams, birds flying in frantic circles, and bees buzzing endlessly without purpose. The entire world seemed to be caught in a frenzy of shallow, ineffective business. He saw his old self in their chaos. Now he understood the stillness of the workshop wasn't empty. It was full of power. To truly transform, he needed a system. Master Elias shared with him an ancient rule, a framework for building the muscle of focus. It was called the 90901 rule. For the next 90 days, dedicate the first 90 minutes of your day to your single most important task. No exceptions. So Leo began. Every morning, before the sun had fully risen, he would enter the quietest part of the workshop. He removed every possible distraction. No conversations, no glances outside, no other diamonds on his bench. Just him, his tools, and one single task. The first few days were torture. His mind screamed for distraction, but he persisted. He sat with the discomfort. He breathed through the urge to switch tasks. Slowly, something began to shift. The mental noise started to quiet down. The discomfort gave way to clarity. Clarity gave way to a state of flow, of deep immersion. His hands moved with a new certainty, a new grace, and the diamonds began to change. With each passing day of focused work, they grew brighter, smoother, more valuable. Other animals in the forest would see his creations and call it talent. They'd whisper that Leo was gifted, but Leo knew the truth. It wasn't talent, it was focus. It was the reward for choosing discipline over distraction. Months later, we see Leo again, stands alone at sunrise.com and centered. The workshop is not filled with hundreds of mediocre creations, but with a few breathtakingly beautiful diamonds, each one a testament to the power of deep, concentrated effort. He has become a master in his own right. Your mind is a diamond. Every day, the world tries to scatter your attention, keeping your true potential buried under a layer of busy work and distraction. But focus is the tool that cuts through the noise and reveals your true worth. Silence is not emptiness. It is power. It is the space where creation happens. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, choose the one task that truly matters, the one project that could change everything, and give it 90 uninterrupted minutes of your life. Turn off your phone. Close the tabs. Tell the world you are unavailable. Commit to it publicly. Comment below with the words, "I choose focus." Protect your attention as if it is the most valuable resource you own, because it is. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If this story resonated with you, subscribe for more wisdom to help you master your mind and build an extraordinary life.